Good morning, DFC, and welcome back to another edition of Grade 11 Entrepreneurship. And today we're looking at activity 2.3, which is called Researching the Market. More specifically, we're going to be looking at what is the importance of market research. Market is another word for customers, so researching your customers. What is the importance of market research in determining the chances of success for a business idea and how to conduct it? So we're going to learn about what market research is and how it can be done. So if you're doing official market research for a business, these are the steps that you do market research in. Since ours is just for a business idea, we don't have an actual business to operate yet. We'll just be doing something more simplified. But for today's task 1, please watch this video in its entirety. Task 2 is about some Aboriginal entrepreneurs and how you can support them. Today's video is about what inspired some Aboriginal entrepreneurs. Just a short 3-minute video I'd like you to watch. Today's textbook reading can be found right here, and it will explain what market research is and how it can be done. So really important here, the more a business knows about its customers, the more successful it is likely to be. And market research is a way for entrepreneurs to find out about their customers. So market research is simply information gathered about people who might buy a product or service. In other words, your customers. And there are 2 types. There's primary market research and secondary. Primary is information that you gather yourself directly from customers. So you go out and you ask people what are their thoughts on a business or business idea. And secondary research, that's using information gathered by other people. So in other words, going online and researching information. That would be secondary research. So I would like you to read all the terms here in the vocabulary section, as well as the rest of the reading, but pay special attention to the bolded words. And when you are conducting your market research, you'll find that a business has customers that belong to certain market segments. A market, for example, don't have it here with me right now, but say this water bottle. Not everyone is interested in buying this water bottle, but there are certain ages, jobs, marital statuses, genders, cultural backgrounds, locations, and incomes that are interested in it. Now, this is a $10 water bottle, so meaning that anyone of any income can buy it. Any marital status, it's not likely to be bought by, say, people of any marital status. You can be single, you can be divorced, you can be married. Anyone can buy this. It doesn't belong to a specific culture or background or race. White people, black people, brown people, anyone can buy this water bottle. Ages, I'd say probably teenagers and up. Kids probably aren't going to be interested in this, but anyone who's interested in drinking water or drinking any sort of fluid really can buy it. Gender, it could belong to any male or female. It doesn't discriminate. And location, whether you're living in the city or a more rural or reservation area. Basically, if you have access to a Walmart, you can go out and buy this water bottle. However, this wedding ring, actually, I'm just going to go grab my actual wedding ring. So this is an actual wedding ring. I should be wearing it. There we go. Now, there are more discriminations, or I should say more specified ages. People who get married, they're typically people who are 25 and older. So those are the ages. Jobs, probably a full-time job. And it could be any job, but you do need money to pay for it. Cultural background, well, people of all cultures get married. Genders. Now, this specific ring that I have, this is a men's engagement or wedding ring. So women, they're not going to be interested in buying it. Now, marital status, obviously, single people aren't going to be buying wedding rings. It's people who are engaged and are about to be married. And income, I'd say a medium level of income, because this did cost a few $100s to buy. It was not cheap, as most wedding jewelry is not cheap. So you need to have a pretty good income to buy it. And location, well, location doesn't really matter. I bought it online. So I didn't buy it at a local jewelry store. I bought it online. So this is what market segments are. How just not everyone buys everything. Certain people buy certain things. For example, I don't have any infants, so I'm not going to be buying diapers. But if you do have a newborn, you're going to be buying different things than what I would buy. Okay, so let's talk about today's assignment. The short answer questions, which can be found right here. First question, just tell me the difference between primary and secondary research. And then why do you think businesses would want to conduct market research? And you can find that information in the reading right here. We'll tell you why they want to do it. And we have definitions of market research right here. Next, I'd like you to pick one of these websites and just do some market research yourself, some primary market research. Let's go Wawate News. So first things first, I'd just like you to take a look through the website for a few minutes. See what kind of headings they have, what information. For example, they have information about translation services and advertising. They have print rates, which is how much it costs to buy space on this web page. They have a search function, contact information. But their main section is their news briefs. So if you want news about sports, they have them here. But their breaking news, that will be current news. So notice that we have some ads here, some photos, but mostly this is all breaking news. So regardless of what website you choose, tell me, what are the photos of? And then who are in these photos? What types of people? Like, what are their ages, their cultures, their races, genders as well? So what type of people appear in these pictures? For example, I noticed that in these pictures I am seeing right now, all the people are First Nations, which makes sense because Wawate News is a First Nations news organization. And we have someone who is non-First Nations right here. The advertisements, see what ads are being advertised. Tell me what products and services are being advertised and who would use these products and services. So this is for Webequay Supply Road Project. Now, a supply road, that will be a service. And who would use that? I'd say other businesses and travelers. What products are being advertised? Just more about this Webequay Supply Road. Better make sure I spelled it right. So there's no products being advertised. You can just say no products are advertised. And I have a spelling error here, so if I click on that, boop, there we go. It changes that. So that's what you want to do for this section. Then tell me who might want to read these articles and what interest might someone who reads this magazine or site have. For Wawate News, it would definitely be people who are interested in First Nations news in this part of the country, northwestern Ontario. If you're not from this area, you're probably not going to be too familiar or interested in news in northwestern Ontario. Then finally, tell me who the typical customer of this magazine or website would be. And be sure to specify what market segments this person would belong to. So remember, market segments, if we go back here, they are, tell me what ages, cultures, races, jobs, marital statuses, or incomes. Describe in detail who the typical reader of that site would be. Or let's say Wawate News. For example, what races would want to log on to Wawate News? Probably First Nations people. What are their ages? I'm going to say 18 and above. Location would definitely be northwestern Ontario, like the Sioux Lookout and Timmins, Thunder Bay region. Interests, people who are just interested in the news. Income levels, it could be people of all ages because Wawate News is a free publication. So regardless of what website you pick, just tell me who that is. Who is the typical customer? Finally, choose a business idea or venture. Venture just means business idea that you've been thinking about doing a business plan for this course. It could be your preferred business idea from activity 1.8 or a different idea. Remember, your business/venture idea should be simple enough that it can be done by one person for under $500 in startup costs. Regardless of what your idea is, complete the organizer below. Just tell me what your venture idea is and what market segments would your customers belong to. So go into the ages, income levels, genders, locations of your typical customers. So regardless, if you're, say, a dog walker, obviously these are going to be pet owners. Now, what ages, income levels, and genders would they be? And men and women can own pets. Chances are it's going to be people who are 25 and older, people who have moved out on their own and therefore have their own pets. Locations would probably be people living in a city or reserve, not people living in the country, because there you could just let your dog roam free and hope that it comes back. Next, I'd like you to do some primary market research by talking to or texting 2 or 3 family members or friends about your business idea. So tell me what you learned by talking to them, who else you could talk to find out more information about your business idea, and then what are some questions you would ask other people about your business idea. And then finally, this is your secondary research. What websites could you use to find out more information about your business idea or potential customers? All right, so that is today's assignment. So these 4 questions. Now, as usual, you guys will mark this assignment. We have the learning goal here. We're learning the importance of market research and how to conduct it. And If you've done these 4 things, you will have definitely achieved today's learning goal. So put an X if you have met or have not yet met them. You know the difference between primary and secondary research. You understand why businesses would want to conduct market research. You perform market research on one of the chosen websites, and you perform primary and secondary market research for your chosen business idea. So if you've done all 4 of those things, you would put an X in each box and give yourself a mark out of 4 out of 4. All right, everyone. So this is a little longer video, and I want to thank you for watching it. If you have any questions, I'll be in Google Meet every morning until 12:20. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and good luck on today's assignment. Bye.